everyone, welcome to my channel guys. And yes, I finally watched the first show of Shahrukh Khan starrer Jawan, which is also Atlee's directorial Bollywood debut. This movie has to be one of the most anticipated releases of this year, without a doubt. And the way the teaser, the trailer were presented, at least I personally was expecting a lot from this film. Like I did not want to, but the trailer hyped me up so much that I went into the theater with a lot of expectations. So our audience is in for a great ride, or is this movie going to fizzle out? Well, if I have to answer that very objectively, I would say it largely depends on if you are familiar with Atlee's filmography or not. For me, I have only watched his one movie, which is Mercil, a movie that I really enjoyed. And to be honest, when I was watching Jawan, there is no doubt that I was getting reminded of Mercil. If as an audience you are extremely used to Tamil cinema, you are aware about the industry or watched a lot of Tamil films, then this movie won't be anything special for you, because the massy, larger than life representation of a big superstar has been done numerous times in Tamil films. So the audience who are aware about these films, it's just another movie in that roster. But does that make Jawan a non-entertaining film? Absolutely not, because I had a blast watching this film today. For me, one of the biggest positives is how Shahrukh Khan was presented to us, and that is something Atlee has mastered, and I was not disappointed. I'm not going to give any spoilers, obviously, because the movie has just released, but just the opening sequence and the interval block sequence, these were the two sequences which are completely plastered in my head. They were so much fun to watch. It generated like whistles and cheers in my theater. Now, when it comes to the storyline, it is a mixture of, yes, a hostage situation, a revenge saga, and a social message which is given in the end. I don't want to give out more than that, but it is a storyline which when you watch, you will know, okay, what will happen. There are certain twists, but still, more or less, you will understand the beats of the story and where it is going. But it is the execution of the storyline with really great editing, action sequences, performances that make this movie so entertaining to watch. The biggest positive in the storyline is obviously the social message and staging of the action sequences. They are so brilliantly done. I was just getting so much thrill out of all the action sequences that I was watching. My favorite, of course, being the interval block scene, the way the scene has been written and just the staging of that entire scene. It is going to be talked about by many fans. I just know it. Overall, Shahrukh Khan's character has been written really well. The arc that has been given to him, I really love that. Compared to that, all other characters, even though I like their performances, I feel that writing wise and depth wise, they falter a little bit. For example, Vijay S, I feel that he has been a little bit underutilized by Atlee, because maybe he wanted to give that bigger shine to Shahrukh Khan, but I feel that Vijay's character should have been written very well. It's good to watch, and because Vijay Sethupathi is such a fantastic actor, I just knew that he was going to pull this role off, but it wasn't at the same level at what Shahrukh's character was written. Like the thrill you get when you watch a face-off, like say in Master, where both the Vijays obviously are fighting off each other. There also Vijay Sethupathi is a villain, but I felt he was much more intimidating in Master than he was in Jawan. Then the 6 girls who helped Shahrukh with his missions. Now all of them did not get like that meaty screen time. Few of them did and few of them did not. I would say their characters were written quite well. The romance part of the writing with Shahrukh Nayantara and Shahrukh Deepika, that felt extremely rushed to me. It was not organic. I did not feel that too much. And that kind of becomes a little bit of a drawback for the film, because the movie is paced so fast that you can't really sit with the emotions. There's so many things happening in the film, one after the other. So when it comes to the emotional depth of the film, Atlee really tried to give a lot of emotions to the film. Somewhere he has succeeded, but specifically in the romance part, he fails. Next, after the writing, I just want to rave about the action set pieces. They were staged so well, because there are many action set pieces here. If it was not choreographed well, if it was not shot well, if it was not edited well, oh my god, this movie would have been a headache. Thankfully, a lot of attention to detail has been given all these aspects. It's not just the choreography of the hand-to-hand combats or the gunfighting sequences. It's the way they have been shot, the camera angles used, the color grading done, and the way the frames are moving so quickly. Just the editing is so sleek and stylish. This is something I was expecting completely, considering the director is Atlee, and he absolutely delivered in this department. Now, when I was looking up at the credits of who actually did the action choreography, there's a huge team that has actually contributed to the stunts and action choreography of the film. So really a huge applause to all of them. Now, when it comes to editing by Anthony Rubin, first I want to congratulate the editing that he did for the action sequences, because the continuity that he kept and the way he has cut the frames and put them together so that it looks very sleek and very thrilling, he has done a fabulous job. Pacing wise also he did a good job. I actually did not feel the lag. You might in certain places feel the lag because of the songs, which I will come to later, but other than that, the way the story is moving forward, I did not feel any lag. Now coming to Anirudh, I absolutely love him. He's one of my favorite music directors out there. When it comes to the songs, like comparing the songs with the kind of BGM that he gave, the songs actually sound a little bit underwhelming, because I have listened to Anirudh's compositions and other songs which are far superior. Though Zinda Banda Hai has been my favorite since it's released, and it is still my favorite. And after watching the film, I like the song even more. But with the placements of the song in the film, you might feel that, okay, let's just get it over with because I want to see what happens in the story next. When it comes to BGM, Anirudh has just aced. I have said this many times. He knows how to elevate the actor, how to elevate the scene, how to really curate the BGM according to the scene, and the BGM is fantastic. Cinematography by G.K. Vishnu is spectacular. The movie looks sleek, it looks cool. The slow-mo shots, the regular action scenes, everything, even the songs are picturized so well. So visually, the film is stunning. A shout out to the makeup artist as well, especially the Vikram Rathore look has just stolen my heart completely, and I think a lot of people are going to rave about it. But all the looks of Shahrukh Khan, they have been done really well. So technically, in the technical department, the movie aces completely. For me, it falters a little bit in the writing, which I mentioned previously, and also something which I don't know, it might be not true for everybody, but it was kind of hindering my viewing experience, is that the dubbing it's okay. I mean, you know that a lot of dialogues have been changed because the actors are saying something else, but in the dubbing, the final dialogue has been changed. So that kind of hampers your viewing experience. At least it did mine in certain scenes. So yeah, but that is neither here nor there. It actually depends on you. Now coming to Atlee's direction, I have not seen his entire filmography. I've only watched Mercil, but I could totally see the beats that were taken from that movie and incorporated in Jawan. So for someone who is so used to that kind of cinema, say for example, if you are a Talapati Vijay fan, you know the beats of the story, you know the beats, that how the movie is going to look and feel and how it's going to be presented to you and how you're going to take it as a fan. So that's very familiar to that audience. But for those who are not familiar with this kind of filmmaking, even though you know what is commercial cinema, but this kind of stylized, sleek action cinema where the hero entry, the hero moments are written and executed so brilliantly, I mean, for them, watching Jawan is going to be such a treat. So direction wise, yeah, definitely it has the Atlee signature, and that's necessarily not a bad thing. I'm saying it in a positive way only because at least in Hindi cinema, just the way Shahrukh Khan was presented to us in a very sleek, cool, massy way, it's just cool. The cool factor is elevated so much in this movie. I mean, yes, in Tamil cinema I have watched it, but I have not watched it in Hindi film. And just to see Shahrukh Khan in that light, who I have grown up watching, he's one of my favorite actors out there, it just made me happy. Plus the social message, the vigilante angle, where obviously a lot of relevant issues have been picked up and discussed, I think the execution landed for me at least. Now performance wise, come on, this is a King Khan film through and through. He was excellent, and I could, when I was watching the film, I could see that he has completely surrendered himself to Atlee. He was like, okay, as a director, I give you the full reign, you just present me as you want to, it is completely going to be your vision, and it shows in his performance. Vijay Sethupathi, he's a fabulous actor and he did his job well with whatever character writing that he was given, but it's just the writing of the character that I have a problem with. Could have been much, much more menacing, but he was amazing. The other actors also, like Nayanthara, Deepika, Sanya, all the other girls, all of them did their jobs well. Like acting wise, when I was watching the film, I did not really find any issue with anybody's performance. But it is through and through a Shahrukh Khan show. Absolutely, he has dominated the screen. So in the end, I would say that despite its flaws, couple of flaws, this movie is definitely extremely entertaining and has to be watched and experienced in the theater. Otherwise, you're not going to get that thrill or high while watching it on OTT or a smaller screen, because this movie is designed and made in that way that you will only get the actual kick out of it when you watch it in the theater, and even better if you watch it with a very enthusiastic crowd, which thankfully I had. And most of the time I have seen, at least now I know that the theater that I go to, it has a very enthusiastic crowd. So any big massive film which comes, oh my god, the theater goes crazy. So it becomes an even better viewing experience for the audience collectively. But yes, if you have been exposed to these kind of films for very, very long, this is just going to be another regular film in your movie watching roster, and you're not going to get anything really extra out of it. So depending on who you are going to either really like it, or you're going to be like, yeah, okay, let's move on. So yeah, that was my review of Jawan. You guys let me know if you have watched it. What did you think of this film? For me, a solid entertainer. I absolutely enjoyed watching this film. And yeah, with that, I will end this video here. I'm gonna sign off now, and I will see you soon on my next video. Bye.